Father at the window.
I'm at your disposal, Leslie. Questions and answers, please. Who's ready?
New York Post.
Who's here? Mark's a settler.
Settler?
Then I know the first question. Since when has bail become a punishment for a crime in this city?
Judge Stern has a reputation for being fair and strict. He has held this post for 6 years. His sentences have gone down in the history of this city as the most correct. If the report recommends bail, then so it should be.
Understood. Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Ed? I am pleased to welcome here Father Williams and Father Birch, representing the report on the case on Zapati. We will talk in your office. And Father Spellman, representing the African Episcopal Methodist Church of Zion. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming with us today. I know this has not been easy. For you, what should I say? How should I begin what I want to say? As the mayor of this city, I'm having a hard time accepting the fact that a police officer has died in our city. I'll never be able to accept the fact that a child, an innocent child, has died in our city. What happened can't go unnoticed. And we'll get to the bottom of this.
The report on the tins of the case.
That one? Yes. The entire city, all its neighborhoods, Bushwick in Jamaica, Washington Hills, and Brownsville, Garland, are engulfed in crime. People are dying everywhere.
The first glance, everything correct. Well, look, there is a crime. Illegal use of drugs in the 4th degree, that is a minimal offense. The 4th degree of the article from Section 4C allows for bail for a practically minor offense. The news in that same 4th section cites various reasons that led to 4C's misconduct. You'll look at this report and feel that something is fishy here. There may be uncleanliness in a public restroom, in the subway, in a landfill, but not in a court report. I am an ordinary person, and not at all a philosopher. No need for philosophizing. Give me this report. What's wrong with it? It's too sterile. What do you mean? That she turned out to be a little pregnant. Look, it's signed by the chief inspector. So what? Isn't that too much honor for a minor offender? And what happened to an ordinary bailiff? Where is his signature? And do you know who this chief inspector is? Nectar Schwartz.
What?
Your contemporary? Also from The Promise? Yes, Beethoven, just stop teasing me. Otherwise I can hear echoes of the Jewish pogroms in your voice. Okay, you know him, of course, but the trial took place 2 years ago. I haven't been to the department for a while. The surety department.
Come in. Hello, Larry.
Hey. It's good to see you. Meet Deputy Mayor Kэлhun.
The first deputy. And then one day, the police commissioner came in to see us, but he turned out to be on the wrong floor.
Can I sit down?
Please. Hey, make yourself at home.
Don't worry, I can feel it.
I think I know what your case is. You've called about 10 times today.
You're interested in Tina Japati?
Yes. And you want to know why I handled this case? Well, because sometimes we're overloaded with work and we don't have enough people.
I'm interested in the Japati family case.
Listen, Deputy, can I just call you Kevin? Any case that seems related to the mafia or another criminal group goes through my hand.
Why is that?
Avoid mistake.
You definitely made one.
Well, I made a mistake, I admit it, but let me tell you something. I'd rather have one case like this out of hundreds than send 10 people to prison when they don't deserve it.
You seem like an enlightened man, Mr. Schwartz.
And you seem to have come to joke with me. Is there anything else you need, Abe?
Everything is fine, Larry. Don't worry. I'd like to know how it all happened.
How long have you been in this position?
3 years.
Things like this happen because we're swamped with work here. Criminal activity, poor performance of social structures. City authorities are powerless in a world where they can't distinguish between good and bad.
Mr. Schwartz, just Larry. I owe you an apology.
No need for an apology.
I came to you already wound up and prejudiced against you, apparently without...
You know, to move anything forward in this department, it takes more than 3 years. I believe only one person could become the ideal bailiff for bail cases. This is Franz Kafka, but we don't have him.
Thank you, Laurie.
Let me know if any space opens up there for me.
He'll be meeting with you soon. This is the South Brooklyn Democratic Club.
To tell you the truth, I don't see much difference. Just ask your son to come see me. I'll be happy to help him with the matter.
Have him call you back.
Yes, please come in.
Hello, Mr. Anselma. Thank you very much for...
You look great.
Thank you.
Tell me. So how can I help you?
They want to throw me out of there.
Morty Brill. No one is throwing you out. Geese?
He says I need to be compacted. What should I do if my daughter moved out? Doesn't she have a right to her own life?
Of course she does. How is Helen? Still working at the docks?
Yes, all thanks to you. So what should I do, Mr. Anselma?
Very simple. Mr. Brill will have to follow the law. And the law says that since you signed a contract with him and moved in when a different law was in effect, subsequent regulations do not apply to you. If Morty Brill starts to bother you, tell him to call me.
Thank you, Mr. Anselma.
Sorry.
Mr. Schwartz is waiting for you in the reception area.
Thank you, Clara.
And what about me, Mr. Anselma? Perhaps we can discuss the matter at my club.
Which one?
The Club of the Scary Many-Toothed Dragon.
And how many teeth does this dragon have?
112.
Invitation accepted. Just name the day and time.
Great. Then you can come to my place for lunch, too.
What's
For lunch?
Brisket, you like it.
goodbye?
Take a taxi. Thank you very much.
Hello, Larry.
Came to see you, Frank.
Well, here I am. How about a cup of coffee?
No, thank you. I have something to talk to you about.
Sorry.
Are you done here?
An executive never runs out of things to do. There. Okay, let's go. Let's take a walk. Let's go. Do we really have a gentleman visiting?
I'm as good as Kansas wheat, not going crazy with cherries and wine. I don't want any more languid girls. I like that kind of guy.
Oh, by the way, about cherries and wine, bring us a couple of slices of cherry pie. Oh, forgive me, perhaps with ice cream.
No, thanks.
Then apple coffee for him, please, mild. So what's the matter?
You know what Frank's up with?
You look terrible. Should you take a vacation?
I don't need a vacation. I've been working here for 18 years. I'm eligible to retire in 6 months. So what do I need your damn vacation for?
Okay, fine. Then what's the matter?
Let that deputy mayor leave me alone.
You mean the shrimper in Louisiana?
Him.
So what, you can't handle him?
It wasn't hard. That's the point. Too easy, in fact.
Don't give me bouquets. Don't shower me with gifts. Don't give me tender smiles. People will say we're in love.
What come over you all of a sudden?
My dear, Milton and I are big fans of the Rodgers and Hammer musicals.
It's all very well for you to say, but it's not your signature that's on the report.
Watch your word. You took a big risk there.
The guy was wrong.
You know, it doesn't matter that he's from New York. If he says that to a cabinet member, he'll be your enemy for life because the Secretary of Urban Development feeds you. Right?
They say you shouldn't judge a man by his friends, but by his friends.
But that put you on the cover of Time magazine.
You're becoming a national politician.
Don't worry, people will be next.
And whose statement was that?
I think I said it a minute ago. They tried to greatly diminish my importance, but that's all I cared about, because here comes a man who knows how to put me in my place.
Sorry, friends, didn't mean to interrupt your conversation.
I'll bet.
Kevin had a hard day today. Must have been on the mission for Mercato.
You must have had it today.
Yeah, wouldn't want bullets flying through Nadsum Square Garden. Don't pay attention to Senator Kevin. He likes to play it safe a little.
And don't we all like that? But shouldn't we get back to the main event of the day, the party convention?
For you, sir, we'll turn the whole city upside down.
We'll organize the convention properly.
How's that supposed to work? So our convention will lead to the re-election of the president.
Where else are we supposed to organize it?
In Chicago, or what?
To remind everyone once again of the defeat of the Hamfa and the Democrats in '68.
We could have done it in Miami if it weren't for the obvious predominance of Hispanic speakers.
We'll ensure your victory.
After all, you're not from New York, you're...
From Faraday, Louisiana, the land of Long's chemistry.
Remember, every man is a king, but no one wears a crown.
I like this guy.
Listen. Dear Kevin, call me tomorrow morning.
I need people for the New York Times.
I want to write a laudatory ode to the place where the party convention will be held. The president loves to read good articles in the New York Times. Consider it yours already, Senator. We'll eat it all up. Now let's leave and fly back to Washington in peace. I'm sure they're in a hurry. Thank you very much, Senator. I'm sure we heard the story on Neil Etler's Friday Night News.
A boy was killed by a bullet from Tino Zapati's pistol. The policeman is innocent.
That's all the good news we've had today.
Well, I'm glad. I looked at the report on the Tino Zapati case. It's nothing special, but something's odd. Signed by some pretty big shots, but...
Whom?
From the bail department.
Admittedly, it was certified by a decent judge. Judge Walter Starm. Yeah. Thank goodness.
I'm having breakfast with Frank Anselmo tomorrow.
Where? At Werner's. Werner's? The usual meeting place for municipal officials. That's right. Kevin, I remember you were Frank Anselmo's guest in Brooklyn. Don't be too pushy, or you'll offend him. Let's gently make it clear that we can't afford that construction project he's currently working on. Miss Marquand couldn't get over that time cover, could she? Till she collects them. Such worth. National treasure. He's been into politics ever since. Okay, am I right? See what happened here? But it's not signed yet, but we're already on the way there. And that's thanks to you. He was impressed by what I said about Chicago. Doubts. You know why? This is the perfect place for a convention in New York.
Sorry. Got it. The news about who fired the shots will be on the 10 o'clock news.
Confirmed the origin of the bullet. The murder of a 6-year-old boy on his way to school.
The press is digging into every detail, and we won't be able to wash our hands of this case that easily.
6-year-old James Bone on his way to school. Ballistics confirmed that the stray bullet that killed the boy belonged to Zapatari. Nevertheless, the NYPD continues its investigation.
Dear Mr. Zapati, relative of Zapati is attacking cop.
Mike.
Find Vinny. I need to talk to him. Yesterday, a shootout erupted on the corner of Marcy Street and killing 6-year-old James Bone, 21-year-old Tina Zapati, a felon on parole, and 32-year-old police detective Andy Santos. The police commissioner said an investigation into Detective Santos' activities is underway. It remains unclear what connection Santos had with the drug dealer on parole. Now, about the weather in New York. Good morning. The issue of judicial corruption will be seriously raised. Judge Stern released drug dealer Tina Zapati on bail instead of sending him to prison. The question that arises in this regard is, why did the judge make such an unusual decision? Testimony is also being taken from other city funeral hall.
Mrs. Santos. I'm Mary Beth Cogan. We met before at the hospital. I remember this is Randy and Maria. Yes, these are my children. Miss Cogan, please have a seat. I'm very sorry to have to talk to you here. Don't say anything. Has anyone contacted you today? Yes, 2 people came by. What did they say? They asked me to come by and pick up his things from the station. They said his personal safe was sealed. Then an officer came by. He was very kind. Which officer? Southern District Homicide. This is Eddie's boss. He's supposed to visit the widow. Is there something wrong? Don't talk to anyone without my permission. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
But that's a bit of an exaggeration. That's not what we're doing. Hello. A little lost, buddy. Someone undoubtedly holds the key to the mystery called downtown Brooklyn, but it certainly isn't me. Oh yeah, Murray, Lenny, have you met Kevin? Texas, have a seat. I'm from Louisiana. I've told you so 1,000 times. Jimmy, what do you want? Some oatmeal mousse and some dark sugar, please. So what's the news, Kevin? Broadcasting and telegraphic stuff. Standard purposes, going to lower city lending rates. We're going to disband 2 fire departments in the Bronx. The result will be a 150-person demonstration in the square in front of City Hall, plus a trillion other small, not-so-tasteful surprises. Plus a kid who got shot, and a drug dealer, and a cop to boot. Yeah, right. So it's no surprise that Zamora decided to have breakfast with us today, but we're very happy to see him. Oh, and speaking of the stock exchange, where is it going to move? Kevin, my boy. They say, oh well, they've been saying that for years, and then one day they'll stop saying that. And then they'll just up and move out. That's why we need land for the stock exchange. The city has $25 billion in debt, Frank. We don't have the capacity to build underground parking. 3,000 employees. They need underground parking. You bought some land next to the city lot on the cheap? Well, of course you did, as did anyone else involved in construction. But despite this, Mr. Deputy Mayor, keep in mind that if you don't provide transportation for their employees, the bank exchange will abandon construction on this site and say goodbye to New York. So the mayor might like the idea of building a bank exchange, Frank, but he can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? For a Southern politician, you're taking on too much and not taking all the nuances into account. No. Underground garages provide jobs, and jobs mean votes in elections. Do you understand that? Yes, he likes votes. Well, there you go. But not infrastructure. Even if the city supports the idea of building an underground parking garage, it doesn't have the money to pay for it. Where are you going? I have an appointment in Manhattan. I understand our appointment is over. I thought you said no. Should I give you a ride? No, thank you. I'll get there faster by... Judge Stern here. Judge Stern, why did you release Tanut Zapatia on bail, Your Honor? Judge Stern, why did you give such a lenient sentence in this drug case?
Mr. Judge, bail is considered a death sentence in this city.
Your Honor, did you know that little James' bone is being buried right now? Are you going to the funeral? Get me the file on Tanut Zapatia. Hello, Kevin.
How are you?
Deputy Mayor, my name is Mary Beth Cogan.
Police Families Financial Assistance Association, Legal Department Counsel.
Very nice business card. I represent Detective Edie Santos, and you are trying to smear my client's good name.
A complaint.
That's the surest way to bury it. Tell the mayor that someone is trying to put him on the wrong track.
Let's discuss this over a cup of coffee.
I'm talking to you about a police officer killed in line of duty and the pension his widow is entitled to.
Wait for me in my office.
No, you have my business card. I expect your call tomorrow morning.
No, not true. Nothing will happen on its own if we don't do something. We are in the midst of a crisis that could seriously harm us. Tinopati could fire us all. Good afternoon. Where were you?
At a meeting in Brooklyn.
So how was it?
I'm afraid I did exactly what they asked me not to do.
Well, and it went well. Okay, Leslie,
Tomorrow's New York Times News will continue to publish the front page stories about the incident.
Well, what did you expect? 3 deaths in one place. What could be more sensational?
Emphasize the city administration's firm stance on the fight against crime. After all, last year alone, crime in New York City dropped by as much as 20%.
Okay, Kevin.
Corporate counsel, we're going to consider making the decision on the surety and prove that Mary has always taken the strongest position in these matters.
Excellent. Kevin, for the current social policy department, tell the landscaping and beautification department to fix the playgrounds. Then we'll need to do something more important, like building the bank exchange buildings. I'm not going to let this incident interfere with my plans for the... I'm going to speak at this boy's funeral, at James Bond's funeral.
I'm afraid you'll get into trouble.
Never mind. I'll do it. I
Don't think you'll be welcome there.
Still, they'll see me. Make money. Kevin, I need you.
Frenzel and his friends, they need underground parking to drive up the price of the land they own.
It's land adjacent to the bank exchange.
Well, Anselma said no parking, no exchange.
What about you?
Coming.
I think we need this exchange. We need jobs. We need this money to develop the city.
Given our situation, it might be politically expedient.
To hell with political expediency. I'm talking about a construction project that will provide jobs for 3,000 unemployed people. This project will provide food and blood. That's what I'm talking about. And the banking exchange can provide all of that.
We can't afford to build this parking lot.
We'll have to use some connections to finally get this project done. There has to be a solution.
You're the boss.
Kevin, what are you doing tonight?
Don't know yet. Have
You ever seen a musical carousel?
Zickle? You serious?
So old-fashioned. Good musical. And Frank and Thelma will be in it? We're missing the best one, but come on. I saw you singing along like an actor.
I didn't hear half the words. Now, I don't know if he's in his ear or if the underground parking lot is that noisy. How did you like the performer Billy Bigello?
Not bad. What of it? Good voice. And what about Julie Jordan? She plays well, but her voice is terrible.
Moriarty could sing better. We met 25 years ago at the Westbury Musical Theater.
Speaking of performances, Frank, I wouldn't want you to ever repeat the one you wrote this morning.
Your man put me in an awkward position.
You'll have to live with it.
But why?
My man?
So,
This empty lot, Frank, our gold mine is jobs.
don't try to persuade me. I know what I'm running.
I understand perfectly well. These are jobs for the people who live in this town, Frank, not rent for Lenny Lasker.
Perhaps you've forgotten who chose you here.
Listen, John, I haven't forgotten anything. Your memory has become short. Or do you only remember what you want to remember? Would you like me to refresh it a little? Sorry, John. So, the highway access road cost me $5 million, right? $35 million to build the underground parking. You'll get $3.5 million from me. The rest I'll ask the officials in Albany. What about the underground access road?
Narceling.
Are you crazy? What? A road like that costs $120 million a mile. The bank exchange project is good for the poor. It's good for the unemployed. It's good for this whole city. But we can't afford underground parking, infrastructure, and access roads.
Forget it. I love the intro to Act 2.
Then hurry up, or you'll miss it.
That was sweet idle talk.
I'm gonna contact the officials in Albany and ask them for a favor. I promise that next year the governor will put forward the idea of building a new underground parking lot.
What about the highway?
Sure. And that's next year. You, Frank, are just the boss. And I damn you, the mayor's the one who... So there will be a stock exchange, and whether you accept my terms or stay with your own interests,
Seems to me that you come out on top.
Let me ask you a question. If I offered you less, would you take it?
Of course I would.
Then you got what you wanted.
I like kissing pretty women.
Here's another one. Nice to meet you. Come here, Kevin.
Kevin. You got your bank stock exchange.
How did you know?
Those kisses, those smiles, and how you did it.
I didn't say no.
Because we really can't afford it. He's gonna go broke on those sites.
But it won't happen anytime soon. Something for him, something for me.
Get the better part?
No, the city will get the better part. Grab a drink for Sydney.
Yeah, I was gonna. Now I'll save both for myself.
The highway exit is already in the budget. What about me? Your goose will lay golden eggs, but only in a year.
Can you hold out for a year, Len? You can do it for 100 years.
By the way, I have partners. What are we talking about? You are my partner.
You have bought up so much land in the city, you could easily buy all of Brooklyn.
Yes, and maybe Staten Island to boot. Lenny, please leave us alone.
Of course.
I have an appointment.
That's good.
This is very convenient, Art. You sure the bank exchange construction project has finally been approved?
We are getting everything we wanted.
Then do one more thing for me.
What then?
Make sure my name is not dragged into the newspapers.
How?
With $40,000, I think it is possible.
What am I to do with 4?
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of a cop with $40?
Yes.
Who wasn't corrupt? I
don't know anything about that.
A cop with $40,000 might attract some press attention. Say hello to Frank for me.
I'll pass it on.
That's good.
All the best to you.
Thank you.
Yes, Polly?
This is for the dead cop.
Father Chapin will introduce me in one sentence and nothing more. And then you will leave.
How?
Through the back door.
No, that won't do. The security people are already here. They say the parishioners are not at all happy to see you. Sisters and brothers, the mayor of New York City, the esteemed John Pappas, is with us. Thank you, Father. They discouraged me from coming here. They warned me. They advised me. Don't stand next to this coffin. And why did they advise me not to come if the baby is dead? And his heart is no longer beating? Don't stand next to this coffin. But why did they advise me not to come? If the baby is dead and his heart is no longer beating, this boy was innocent and pure as the first snow. I must stand here because I have failed to give you what I should have given you until we can go out on the streets without fear, stroll down them like a boulevard, gather with friends in the park without fearing for our lives. Until our families can mingle, our children laugh, and our hearts rejoice in life. Until then, until that day, we have no city. Until that day, you can brand me a failure and a fraud. The first and perhaps only mayor was a Greek, Pericles Isophanes, and he lived 2,000 years ago. He said, all that is good in this land flows to the city, for the city is great. Yes, we were once great, but can we not be great again? Here I ask James Bow this question, and only silence answers. But can't something that little boy would like to tell me resonate within me? Can't he compel me to find the strength to muster, the courage to do it? Impossible task and transform the city into a place worthy of humanity. Simply a place to live. There was once a palace named the city. It was a real palace. The city was a palace, and it can become a palace again. A palace in which there are no kings and queens, no counts, dukes, or princes, but there are citizens. Citizens united by the idea of making the city a more worthy place. Either I ask too much, or I ask too much of you, and you are not up to it. If so, then we are nothing more than a flock of sheep meekly marching to the slaughter. This is not my path. I choose to fight. I choose to rise, not to fall. I choose life, not death. I believe that's what you feel too. That is why I ask you to join me, to walk with me, to rise with me, to soar on the wings of this innocently slain angel. We will rise up, inspired by the spirit of this little hero. We will pick up his banner and hold it high above our heads and carry it until this city, your city, our city, his city is a palace again. A palace again. I am with you, little James. I am you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Terrible thing to bury a child.
Regarding your trip to Washington,
Materials for the Convention Committee. History of New York City for Senator Work and a reservation at the Villard Hotel. Lincoln stayed at this hotel, by the way. But enough about me. What are you going to do tonight?
me?
You?
Don't know.
You know what? Go and eat a proper meal. Don't you dare go into that Roy Rogers, or whatever it's called, and take home a double cheeseburger. Go to Dominic's and order yourself a proper dinner on me. But first, go to Marsa's and buy yourself a chair with legs and armrests, so otherwise your apartment looks like uninhabited space. And then straight to Crate and Barrel. Buy a knife, a fork, and a spoon there. And don't forget a glass. Then a dishwasher too. Why wash them? Throw them away after you've eaten. That's on me too. Taste life.
I taste yours.
That's enough. Did you read this? Today's editorial from the New York Times. Judge that ye may not be judged. Despite Judge Stern's outstanding achievements, the question arises, would he be sitting on the court if he hadn't turned out to be the mayor's former partner or not? I didn't appoint him. He was elected, like all the other judges. After all, everyone knows that a party selects judges to its liking. Look, whose side are you on? On yours, and I always will be on yours. I have a feeling Judge Stern is going to be in trouble. Abu,
I think we should distance ourselves from him.
distance ourselves. You can distance yourself from your enemies. In the 90s, this tendency to forget friends arose. To distance yourself means to lose Menschkeit.
What does that translate?
You don't know what it is?
No, I don't.
Something that binds men. It includes the concept of honor, solidarity, character. Untranslatable. That's why it remained as in Yiddish.
No, you were studying the Hebrew language.
It was Epp who taught me that word.
Eep. Eep is a good man.
You are a good man, a southerner. Under your Louisiana syrup lies real good clay. Not everyone so far from Astoria, where I come from, can find common ground. You and I, we will not abandon Judge Alter Stern in trouble. You are dust. To dust you will return. Mrs. Santos, if I can be of any assistance, please contact me.
Please, thank you for those words.
It's the least we can do.
Hello.
Where's the mayor?
He had to fly to Washington this morning on business for the upcoming convention.
The mayor is supposed to be at the funeral of the deceased inspector, the
Mayor's absence doesn't diminish the care and attention he has for Mrs. Santos and her children.
Where did the newspapers dig up all this nonsense? My daughter's school told me her father was a drug dealer.
Santos, I am very sorry. We'll have our information service look into it.
Don't bother. Better tell me what those buffoons from the Department of Internal Affairs are doing here.
Where are you going?
To the city.
We're in the city.
And what if you live in Queens?
Let's start over. Where are you going?
Manhattan.
Jump on.
Ew.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but the transportation department in the SNO is to transport 1,000 passengers.
$9.99. The mayor was also expected.
And you're gonna wait under this plastic awning for an hour, and then shake on a bustle on Queens and slap along with transfers to Manhattan.
Not slap, but slap. Slap? What kind of Yiddish with a southern twist?
Slap on the expressway to Manhattan. I
Hate the expressway. Better take the big central highway and turn onto it onto Astoria Boulevard. Let's go. I'll show you. Eddie Santos was an honest cop. You can't blame a dead cop. It's mean.
But no one does that.
Do you have all the answers?
I haven't heard any questions yet.
But I have a question for you.
Yes, I'm listening.
You hungry?
Damn.
Then pull over. The North Star Diner is over there. It has the best sandwiches in all of New York.
And who are we meeting at this diner?
What are you talking about?
You suddenly appear out of the ground in front of my car in a cemetery. You're ripping your skirt above the knee. Naturally, I stop. We're driving on a major highway, which is far from the low beam.
So who are we meeting?
Albert Holy. He was Eddie Santos' partner 2 years ago when Tina DePatti was released on bail.
Thank you. Eddie dug up something he never wanted to let go of. Eddie was like a pit bull. Pit bulls are disgusting, but they're not stupid. Why was Eddie working without backup? This wasn't the first time Eddie had met Tino. Only he'd never had any problems with him before. Apparently, Tina somehow figured out what Eddie was doing, and that's why it all happened.
Why didn't Sandus warn anyone he was coming?
Because it was his collar. He arrested him. He prepared all the evidence against him, and then the judge took him away. Tina DePatti would never have avoided prison if a vested interest country hadn't gotten its hands on the judge. Judge Stern has an impeccable reputation. Even if he were Oliver and Del Holmes, someone found a way to win him.
Over.
And based on this interview, we were able to reach the conclusion set out in your testimony.
Hello. Yes.
Based on the interview and on the Veterans Administration archives. Yes, please convey this to the judge. Doesn't it seem odd that a psychiatrist would reach such a conclusion based on just one interview? The client has a well-documented version. Answer my question. Repeat the question, please. Based on one interview, where are you getting at, Mr. McCann? Your Honor, the witness interprets the client's record one way, and our psychologist interprets it another. And so on until the end of time. Let's take a recess. Ah, Mr. Cullen, I see you've already seen my secretary, Peter Reagan. Yes, this young man writes down all my most successful statements. He is here before me. First, I presided over the moot court at the University of Yale. You could say that Peter and I are close friends. Thank you, Peter. Please have a seat. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me. Judge Starro. How can I help you? The Tina DePatti case. What are you interested in? How did Tina DePatti manage to get parole? Mr. Zapade was charged with 4th degree drug possession. His con was found to be in possession of a whole kilogram. You intend to retry the case? No, sir, but I have read the obedient list. Mr. Colney, I officially hold the post of Judge of the Supreme Court of the State of New York, and you sit here and advance some argument against a court decision from 2 years ago. You are exceeding your authority, sir. Sir, I have been authorized by the mayor. Imagine I am perfectly aware of the mistake I have made. No basement or hill?
You've seen that already. It's the playground.
The one with the pine paneling and the pool table.
Yes, that's...
I'm just doing my job, and honestly, I feel terribly sorry.
Feel sorry for him? You scurry around the house like some kind of Nazi?
Please don't. You do realize I'm not here of my own free will?
Then why don't you just ditch your internal affairs department and get yourself a decent job? Hello, who? Mary Beth, yes, that bloodhound has been here all morning. He's been searching through everything. Oh, listen, you've got to do something about Eddie's pension. They might try to cut it. What happened to the police memorial trophy? The chief of police says it automatically goes to the next of kin.
$40,000 was found in a personal safe in Detective Santos' summer home on Lake Kirker-Hansen. Incident Command. Frank, it's me. The money's been found. Good job. I'm watching the report on TV. Why was the money hidden, and how is this discovery connected to the death of James Bone? The mayor understands the speculation that might arise regarding the discovery in the summer house. However, he would like to emphasize that for now these are just speculations. Moreover, until a connection is established between Detective Santos and the $40,000...
Hello? Can you believe this? What nonsense. Of course not. We've never been there since Edie's father died. It's full of wasps' nests. Yeah, wasps never sit idle. And never in our lives have we seen even 4,000 in cash, let alone 40. Hello.
Only two people in this world know that the money isn't Edie's. You and me.
Who's saying this? It's the Zapatis who are to blame.
Look, Keen, I'll help you get out of this. I can give you back your pension, your medals, everything.
I want to. Of course, of course.
You know, I loved Edie, and I want to help you, but first you have to help me.
What do you mean?
I need a plane ticket for $10,000.
$10,000? But I can't. We're talking about a lot of money.
Who am I talking to?
My name is Mary Beth Cogan. I represent the Santos family. And who are you?
I set up a meeting between Edie and Tino. He could reveal what he knew about the judge.
What is that?
$10,000 and a plane ticket. Ticket to where? I'll tell you later.
Your information is worthless unless I bring a witness.
Which Zopate are we meeting with?
Big Paulie had two brothers. Tina was John's son, and Vinny was Jimmy's son.
That makes Tina and Vinny cousins? That's...
Right. Cousins. Are there no cousins in Louisiana?
Cousins. A cousin is a right to vote.
Run for office and don't carry the mayor's briefcase. I'd
Consider myself lucky, not only to carry his briefcase, but also to fill that briefcase at night with what I think is good for the city.
Ah, so it turns out we put kings on the throne. I'm
Beginning to suspect you don't like politicians.
not a politician. Politicians run for office and you serve others.
Take it right here. We're almost there.
Sir.
Yeah, Vinny definitely likes strange places too. Not much fun.
He works for the mafia. For his uncle, he's like a joke of nature, but jokes are dangerous. As for me, all their jokes are dangerous.
Do me a favor, not to mention something scarier, right?
What did I say? I wonder what Vinny is doing in a place like this.
I ask myself, what are we doing in a place like this?
Here we are.
And where is our boy?
I don't know.
I think old Vin hasn't changed his mind.
If he's a real Zapata, he's unlikely to miss his chances.
Don't turn around. Boy, you're Miri Beach. Okay. And who's this?
That's Deputy Mayor.
Deputy Mayor. Then what the hell do I need you for?
Don't be smart, Vinny. I'm your only chance.
Okay,
Let's go.
You're a sea rider. Do you even know anything about boats? I used to work on one of those, catching shrimp. No, that's not a sea rider. That's a piece of crap, not a boat. It's called a surf rider. I wanted a sea rider, but my uncle didn't want to pay.
And my uncle likes boats.
Polly? Don Kassoon wouldn't know the difference between a lousy Clint. It was my dream to get away from all this crap and hit the islands. And Eddie Santos promised to help.
You and Eddie. What? Strange alliance?
He just supplied me with clients, and that's it. If I had met him earlier, I never would have gotten into this mess. Why did Tina kill him then? Do you know why he was there that morning? Santos wasn't going to sweep Tina under the rug. He wanted information about the judge. I see.
How do you know?
I was there that morning.
What information?
You know, when you bring 10,000 and a plane ticket, tomorrow morning. Coming up. That's it, the meeting is over. Will you testify in court? We'll arrange for your safety?
Under the Witness Protection Program.
No thanks. I have my own protection program.
Hello. Hello, Bart. Greetings. The pen sharks are already out hunting. Another Zapati has been caught in the bay. The body was found in dock number 79. The victim's hands are bound with a 3-inch chain. He uses the kind for mooring. The initial examination revealed multiple blows with some kind of blunt object. Where have you been?
It was a difficult night.
I'm sure it was.
You read today's report?
On what issue?
I met with Vincent Zapata last night. He was killed because he knew about a courtroom party. Now there are 4 victims. They are all connected to each other. That's all I know. All I've managed to find...
I don't want to know anything more.
I just wanted to cover your back, John. Cover your back? What are you? And who are you? What are you? A detective? A hero from a cheap detective story, freely spying and attacking whomever you want. Kevin, for God's sake, you're my right-hand man. You're the right-hand man of the mayor of New York. Why the hell are you lying down like that? See this table? This table belonged to Fiorello Lagoria, nicknamed Little Flower. He was no more than 5'10". He read comic books to his beloved son, his fellow citizen, on the radio, and was perhaps the best mayor this city has ever known. You know what LaGuardia said? Why is it that every time you can do something good, well-wishers come and everything goes to hell? Kevin, please don't bother me. I woke you up.
Are you kidding me? Huh? I'm not sleeping. I'm trying to figure out where to get $10,000, and the goal is close. Vinny is the way to bring back Eddie Santos to his good name.
Vinny is dead. Murdered. What?
Vinny Zapata is dead. His body was fished out of the docks this morning.
Oh my God.
Call me when you get to your office. Taxi. Bronx, Poist River Inn.
I don't have time today. I settled this matter with Captain Gilardi. He said you could stay as long as needed. Want to impress me with your position?
Yes.
You're still looking for trouble. I know all those jokes and gags. Now I need the naked truth. Gotta be frank. The police commissioner works for the mayor, so let's do this the easy way. Come on up. I need to check something. Whether you're alone or not. Nobody's eavesdropping on it. Well, here's the thing. Edie called me the night before. He wanted me to go with him to meet him. We refused.
Was it the right thing to do?
No, it was wrong. And he had no right to go there without a partner. Plus a bunch of secret gadgets. But Edie was such a hothead. I mean the kind who never backs down. So what do you want to tell me? There was another report on Tino's case. It's sentencing Tino to the maximum sentence, 10 to 20 years. Where did it go? I don't know. Who wrote it? All I could tell you. Mr. Khan. His name is James Way, but you won't find one on Leonard Street. Where is he? Up in upstate New York, working at a prison. I told you not to come here. You shouldn't have come all this way, Will.
You tell me the truth here and now, or would you prefer to do so under oath?
You seem to have decided to play hardball with the guys.
Not quite, but I do have a personality. So do you want to be sworn in, or can we continue here?
What made you leave Leonard Street? A parole officer? Not so bad.
The surroundings are nicer.
What do you think happened to Tinzo Zappity? He died, didn't he? I'm talking about 2 years ago. He was released on parole. What sentence did you recommend? Between 10 and 20, I read the case files. Tina was selling drugs to Jim. It's not that he sold them himself, but he had been working for him. There was also mention of a weapon, which had previously been a murder weapon. Why was this done on order? I don't know.
Boy, why didn't you ask for some reason?
I suddenly wanted to move far away from the city. I forgot all about it. And now you'll have to forgive me. You better get out of here. My rhinorrhea tells me it's going to snow. You better hurry. Buffalo gets covered in snow very quickly. Thank you. Be careful of the steps. Don't slip. Don't slip. Thank you.
How long will the train be standing? About an hour.
An hour?
Well, you don't want to suffocate in the tunnel. We have to clear the track for several miles ahead. In the meantime, you can have a snowball fight. I don't eat snow.
Try a snack in that cafeteria over there. The food is
Good.
lemon pudding. Not bad. Come back in half an hour.
Might be like a sauna for you in here. My feet feel like ice. It's
Warmer in here.
warming up a little.
What shall we order? I'll have a hamburger, fries, and a Coke.
And homemade lemon pudding. We'll have everything to go, please.
Will be done. Tell me, why is your place called Floyd's Cafeteria and not Floyd's Cafeteria? Because you're in Floyd, miss. Think of it. Floyd, New York, just like Light, New Jersey.
Sounds unfamiliar. I grew up in a place like that. Charity, Louisiana. There's something about small town life.
Then why are you in New York?
You see, every Louisiana kid gets political.
I didn't know that.
Fact, I was no exception. After law school, I hit the road.
To Floyd, New York.
No, Washington. Rocking from committee to committee, from a lowly clerk to an aide to a member of Congress. So until the moment when the mayor of New York City came to Washington for his confirmation ceremony, and he rolled up the podium for a speech. I will never forget that speech for the rest of my life. Then I went up to him and started telling him how much I admired him and supported him for speaking again. And while I was thanking him, he suddenly asked me if I liked crab. And during dinner, I got a new job, and by the end of the evening, it was like I had bought a new home.
And that was the beginning of a new life.
I've been working with Zon Papos for 3 years, and I finally found a place in government where, excuse the expression, they work simply clean.
Yes, of course you have. You did a clean job with Elaine Santos. I'm talking about the Wakely story, the story with Adi and his family. Well,
Have to wait with his testimony until I find the second report.
just get a sworn affidavit from Egley, and that's it. Do
You think so? I need the report, see what's in it, where it leads.
What if, while you're playing detective here, James Wakely suddenly takes them? What will we be left with then? What will Elaine Santa feed her children?
We have to take that risk.
You go ahead and take it, and I can take my written statement without you.
He insists I can guarantee you'll feel the full force of the mayor's power firsthand. Not a very pleasant feeling.
Know who you are after that.
Where I come from, that would sound like a compliment.
Wait a minute. Who should I expect? John Pappas' lackey. Hamburger, fries, cocoa, and lemon pudding. I'll take this with me. And lemon pudding for the mayor's henchmen, please.
Larry Schwartz. Schwartz. Kevin Kэлhun. I just met with a friend of yours. Mr. Schwartz, I got the report you need. Where are you? Right around the corner from your house. Meet me at the corner.
Schwartz.
George Ape called me. He's in the back room. That's the only way in. The back door is locked. Fine. Thank you. Your move. Play for me, Morty. You've been doing this your whole life. Freddy, let us talk, please.
Schwartz is dead. I heard it on the phone, you know. I heard it.
Okay, pull yourself together.
You were right. You knew it. From the very first minutes when we went to see him that day. There's something fishy about it because there was a second report.
Right. But that was just a guess.
Now it's a fact. Already killed again. And Walter Stern looks so straight. How could he be so corrupt?
How much rope can twist?
Today I can give you one quote. The news is always what we don't know. Oh.
The gospel?
No, Gareth Roman.
Judge Walton. An honest man.
5 on his conscience.
What do you mean by that?
You show your full support for Detective Santos. You provide him with maximum financial assistance. You posthumously award Santos the Medal of Honor and so on. And I'll make sure Leslie arranges everything that needs to be in the morning papers.
So there you have it. You planned it all out.
That's my job, isn't it?
Oh, no, that's not it. You understand everything. I mean, it's much more complicated than that.
Sorry, I forgot you were old friends.
Be careful how you judge people, especially friends. You can condemn a person in an instant. There can be no answer here based on a bare scorecard. It's not just good and bad life. It's not the bricks, it's the cement. Southerner, it's what lies in between. It's what you can't see. I've known Walter all my life. My God, he's a decent man, an honest man.
But this case is taking a turn for the worse. We're talking about murder.
If you know another way out of this situation, then tell me. There's no other. The verdict has been passed and is not subject to appeal. And it was passed a long time ago, but there is no need to fuss. You must have compassion for the condemned man. Walter Stern was a tough man, but he was fair. We will give him the same. You be careful. Take George with you. Let him drive. But I have to go. I knew that James Wakely would surface someday. Just as I was sure that this bullet that grazed a boy would graze many more, and finally... and find the culprit that is me. If only I had become its first victim. If only I had stood in its path and covered it. Belated regrets ring insincere. Really? I'm tired of being a second-rate lawyer. Defending the rascals of the 80s in arbitration court. All it took to change my life was $50,000. I became a judge. Silly, true. The mayor always thought highly of you. I did of him. Your resignation in 6 months would be entirely appropriate. "6 months, you say? And what if it were tomorrow morning? How about that?" At the doors of the Manhattan District Attorney's headquarters, where several City Hall officials had been invited to discuss the events surrounding the resignation of Judge Walter Stern.
Take, for example, Judge Archer of the New York State Supreme Court, a man of impeccable reputation who fell victim to scandal and private matters.
Throw it out, throw it out. What's to throw it all away? Keep Ockley. That'll do.
Okay, you know the rest.
The sharks of the pen have already sent their prey. They're about to pounce.
Tell them to get ready. I'll be with them in 1 minute.
"30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen."
30 seconds.
It seems the batch test will be conducted in our city. Everything is in order. Thank you for asking, Quinn. A routine endurance test. Looking well.
I'm there.
Lyndon Johnson said, "Everyone will give you advice on how to get out of a difficult situation quickly and cheaply, and the advice will all boil down to one thing: deny it." John F. Kennedy said, "An oversight isn't necessarily a mistake if you're willing to undo it."
Now about the city news. This morning, the city was rocked by high-profile scandals and revelations related to the incident at the corner of Broadway and Marcy. The discovery of a missing parole report will apparently lead to criminal prosecution of Supreme Court Justice Walter Stern and Brooklyn Democratic Party leader Frank Anselmo. Undoubtedly, the latter's possible ties to mafia boss Paul Zopati will be thoroughly investigated. Informed sources claim that this will be the end of the political leader's career, and he faces a long prison sentence.
Chester, what are you doing? Did your mommy let you out?
Yes.
How are you today? Well, give me a kiss.
How are you, Frank?
Wonderful, darling. Everything is wonderful.
It's been on TV. It's been on all morning.
Yes, I know, I heard.
I made you some osubuku.
Yes.
Yes, I had a feeling you might come home for lunch today.
It smells delicious.
I'm gonna take the washing out of the machine. It's starting to rattle again.
Polly.
How are you, Frank?
Not bad, considering.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Would you like some coffee? Give it to me downstairs. He's doing the washing. Will you stay for lunch? We're having osabuco today. Osabuco? The Netties make them Piedmontese with pepper and all that.
Oh, no, don't bother.
I already had lunch then. Coffee.
No, thanks.
What do you plan to do, Frank? We'll make it up to you somehow. This has happened before. That guy Kэлhun is really messing things up. I didn't like him from the start. Yeah, Southerner. Nothing of the worst kind. He'll be out of here tomorrow. I don't think so. What are you talking about? He's a weakling. Push him and he'll fall.
I don't think so. He's like a fox. I had a little dog like that once. We were taking him to be put down, but he jumped out of my arms and ran off to the park.
Sometimes I think I'll see him there someday, gnawing on his old bone.
Sorry.
Hi, Natty. Let me help.
Oh. I didn't know Frank was expecting it.
Should I make 2 cups of coffee?
Maybe later.
Whatever.
99 out of 100 we can handle this situation. I don't like... We've been friends for a long time, Polly. Dad. I tried to do something, but it's not working. So what do you want me to do? Take this burden off your shoulders. That's how they'll tell you, yeah, sure, you can go wherever you want. Just tell us what you know. You're a singer. You're a singer, Frank. Give me a chance. I'll prove how good I am at keeping my mouth shut. It's not in my power, Frank. Do what you have to do. Don't make your life difficult.
Frank, honey, dinner's ready.
And your families, too. Senator, I guarantee this is nothing more than a scratch on the reputation of a great city. In June, no one in the party will notice the scratch. Everyone will be busy looking at the Square Garden, the Plaza Hotel, or the Waldorf Astoria. Illumination, joy, fun. I'm watching the 12 o'clock news from Washington right now. It's simply magnificent. You're watching the news from Washington. What? The World Development Bank interests you more? Would you like to read about the party convention in the Chicago Tribune? Well, fine. Watch his appearance on the 6 o'clock news. When the train pulls out of the station, the New York Times, with its merits and prestige, will want to be among the passengers, too. Yes?
What happened?
I called you were downstairs. I'm going to buy a new washing machine at Orient Supply so it doesn't rattle anymore. I'll have lunch when I get back.
Oh, well, be careful.
Of course. I know the scandal is growing, Mr. Sadler. It's reached its climax, but I assure you we won't choke. We'll handle the situation, and nothing will stop us. I'll call you back later. Hanselma just shot himself. And this is the original report, the one we were looking for. The police found it in Hanselma's car. The commissioner gave it to me. He didn't want the report to appear on the front page of tomorrow's papers. Tinopati. The recommended sentence is 10 to 20 years in prison. Have you checked? This one is quite clean. The story ends where it began. The corrupt judge, the Brooklyn party boss, Walter, Frank Anselmo. I can't imagine them together. Something doesn't add up. Perhaps. Peter Reagan. Let's check the last door. Hello, Mr. Calhoun. I'm sorry, but the judge is out for the day. Of course you're sorry. Is that your signature? We are required to record the receipt of all documents. What about phone calls? Are you required to record those too? Give me a minute. Look at the last time Frank Anselmo called you here. You're on the wrong track, Mr. Clune. Frank Anselmo never called here. What about the mayor? I was looking for you half an hour ago. I tried to reach Senator Arcand. He called me. So what? They decided to hold a convention in Miami. In Miami. But why? They like Miami. It's got all the glitz and glamour. And Whoopi Goldberg and Madonna. He just bought a house on the South Coast. Who knows? Maybe they could run for president. I think it's all decided. Decided? Nothing's decided. In Southern politics, there's no such thing as decided. How far are you planning on going? I'm going to go offer my condolences to Nettie and Selma. Do you think that's prudent? Prudence have to do with it? But it will be received. Who cares how it will be received? It will be received. This is what I call Janarvarshke. Something only a man can appreciate and understand. It's something that invisibly unites. It's thousands of phone calls for good and bad. It's the warmth of a handshake. It's something that stays with you your whole life. And will go with you to the grave. It's a handshake that distorts both good and bad deeds. Why are you attacking me today? What are you getting at? I'm looking for an answer to a question. Do you want an answer? Okay, Southerner. Think of the colors. There are blacks and whites, and in between, mostly, there's gray. That's you and me. The grays will be stronger because it's not as simple as black and white, and it's not as interesting to the media. But that's who you and I are. So what are you going to do now? You meant us? We'll take those sons of Tindanask. We'll attack them ourselves. We'll tell them, look, we're only human. Everyone makes mistakes. Frank Anselmo is dead. He was our friend, and he was probably the last of the party bosses. There aren't any more like him. We'll clean out those Aegean stables. We'll show up in Miami. They'll be on their knees begging me to give them a keynote speech at their convention. And then there'll be a short stint as mayor of New York, and then a more substantial one in the White House. If I didn't know the whole situation so well, I'd be choking with admiration right now. I thought I'd find you on your knees repenting when I came here, but instead you're ready to turn failure to your advantage. It's a reflex of mine, an old habit. But it's good that you said it, and the way you said it. Failure to your advantage. It's nice to know you still believe me. Did I say that? I don't know. I thought you meant it. May fathers listen to the wise words of their sons. By the way, how is your father? You haven't mentioned him lately. Where is he? In a nursing home in Crawl, Louisiana. Playing dominoes with the staff, sometimes getting irritated with intentions about how one should live. Don't be too hard on him. We are not given the choice of our own end.
I don't like this one.
Of course I don't like it, because from underneath this whole pedestal that you've so painstakingly erected for me, something is screaming and calling out.
What?
You know I called Judge Ultra Stern.
Yes.
Anselmo called me. I knew the father of the mob had called him before, but in our case, names are not mentioned. I called Walter. That's the whole story. I did Anselmo a favor. Then again, I've been running red lights all my life. I ran across the road right in front of you at that traffic light.
It might have been the police and a 6-year-old boy.
I'll never forget that as long as I live.
Isn't this a little punishment?
Isn't it a little? You think I don't understand?
I hope you understand, John.
It makes me feel uneasy when you call me John.
Why?
Because a minute ago I thought we were going to the White House together. Hey, I thought you were with me. You know, like old Menschkeit.
Crap. Crap is peck out here. Menschkeit is nothing more than political corruption, bribes for political support. A well-timed, well-spoken word for those who need it. Everywhere, those in power decide who can profit from the money and other handouts. That's what this Menschkeit of yours means. It's crap, and you know it perfectly well. You can fertilize your garden with it. If it rains, something worthwhile might grow there.
It's already grown. Out of all this nonsense you emerged. You were the only one whose opinion mattered to me.
I have this nasty feeling, John, that you manipulated me, repenting of small sins to keep quiet about the big ones.
Come on, what manipulation? It's just that as a politician, I kept moving higher and higher until I hit a solid wall. That wall turned out to be you. And then I realized he looks like me when I was a boy. He's young, assertive, knows what he wants, but he's fair. He compromises, but always in the name of justice. You're starting to get it, but you're not lining your pockets. You're trying to get ahead. Power is paramount to you, because without it, what good are you? But somewhere deep down, you know what you can't cross. But time passes, and after you compromise for the 100th time, the line between good and evil begins to blur. I had a fire in my blood, just... you, Kevin. And the strangest thing is, it hasn't died out yet and never will. I had a dream and enough gunpowder to make it come true. As someone once said before me, if a sparrow dies in the park, I can't help but feel responsible. Well said. I feel the same way. That's exactly the feeling I wanted to take to Washington with. That's what you could do. You're damn right.
You need to leave politics, John.
And do it yourself.
Go and have a rest in Greece.
take up law again. You can choose the path of William finally. He opened a case and left as ambassador to Mexico. I'm not that ambitious. Then forget your old grievances, start something new. I listened to you and thought I would see tears of sympathy. And there are tears. But they are not visible now. You have what a politician needs. And I like it.
Kevin Kэлhun is running for city council. Voters of the 6th district are invited to meet their future representative on the city council.
I am Kevin Kэлhun.
Hello.
Would you like to read? Kevin Kэлhun. How are you, sir?
Hello, madam. My name is Kevin Kэлhun. I am running in this primary election for the 6th district.
I am running on a serious program of transformation. We need to clear the area for the construction of a pedestrian bridge.
Your vote would be very useful.
Thank you.
Hello, madam. Are you planning to vote in the upcoming primary?
I see you're running for District 6. District 6 is my district, and I care. Ooh, which it's me. Hey.
And I care that you care. As Xu Yilong once said, when you've won a friend, you've won a vote. Did?
You really say that?
Yes, of course. He also advised me to clean up District 6 so I could run for it. Right? So will you vote for me?
You can count on me.
Well, there you have it.
You're more than one. I hear Elaine Santos is planning to vote for you.
It looks like there's a whole party building behind me.
Yes.
Wish I could tell you that I won this election. I'm Kevin Kэлhun, but I was beaten by some Dominican from 106th Street. I was called an outsider and not a New Yorker at all. But I will still return in 2 years, and then victory is sure to come.